The people who understand now that there's no amount of money in the world that can solve their problems if the US and the other big players don't start cutting their emissions soon.
But if there is one thing I know about politicians, it's that they won't act until their electorates act first.
These governments are elected by us, so if we don't agree with what they are doing, we have to show it, and we have to show it by doing this stuff.
We need to lead our leaders. We need to show them that it's time to get to work.
Nous, on n'a pas des leaders, on n'a pas des guides, on a des politiciens. Les politiciens, ils ont toujours la vision électorale. Et la vision électorale, malheureusement, fait que les gens ne se sentent pas avoir le mandat de bouger beaucoup. Parce que nous, est-ce qu'on a vraiment envie de bouger? Est-ce qu'on a vraiment envie de changer la façon de vivre? Je ne le crois pas encore. Donc, si vous voulez que les hommes politiques, eh bien, ce sont les hommes politiques souvent mous et manquent un peu de courage.
So don't trust people who have no interest in your future.
When you think about struggles in the past, nothing amazing that we have today, none of the rights that we have were achieved by letting decision makers or those elite people make those decisions.
Ça va être la vague humaine, la marée humaine. En fait, le but, c'est de dire plein de petites gouttes font des changements. On peut tous quelque chose. Si on se met tous ensemble, on va faire bouger les décideurs à Copenhague.
Ça peut aller loin si on se rassemble tous, quoi.
Et donc, vous pensez que la mobilisation citoyenne peut vraiment avoir un impact?
Ah oui, mais sinon je ne serais pas là.
C'est bien d'être ensemble, c'est bien de le dire et qu'on est là. Mais tu sais, qu'est-ce que ça représente? 50 000 personnes qui marchent sur 6 milliards ou 7 milliards de gens qui ne veulent pas changer leur façon de vivre. Ou du moins, où 2 milliards ne veulent pas changer et 4 milliards qui veulent vivre comme nous. Donc c'est un peu compliqué. Et je pense que le fond, il viendra beaucoup plus une pédagogie profonde, une prise de conscience.
No somos uno, dos, somos millones afectados, entonces yo diría, agarramos de la mano todos y agarrar de nuestra mano, sí, todos lucharemos y llegaremos, todos tenemos que ser unidos.
C'est très important d'avoir ce genre de manifestation. Moi, au début de la manifestation, j'étais à l'intérieur du centre de conférence, c'était diffusé sur, il y a des télévisions un petit peu partout, c'était diffusé, donc les gens ont vu, les délégués regardaient, voyaient qu'il y avait du monde, voyaient que c'était quelque chose d'important, voyaient qu'il y avait une pression de la rue. Il y a 2 semaines, j'avais rencontré le ministre des Affaires étrangères brésilien qui nous avait dit la mobilisation du public, la mobilisation de la rue est très importante pour nous, puisque nous, ça nous permet, ça nous pousse à faire des choses qui sont, je dirais, davantage positives pour le climat en termes de réduction des émissions, mais surtout la mobilisation au nord, ça nous aide à mettre la pression sur nos gouvernements, ça nous aide à mettre la pression sur l'Union européenne, sur les États-Unis.
It is very exciting here, meeting many people, and all the people gathering here are very concerned on the climate changes.
I don't think that we've ever had so many people and so much diversity over climate change, or maybe not even any other issue, I'm not sure.
On forme tous une grande famille.
What do we want?
Climate justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Climate justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Climate justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
Take the spirit now, guys, okay? Climate justice, justice all the way. All we want is climate justice, global deal today.
Hey!
Oh, oh. Climate change has got to go!
Climate change has got to go!
Do you think they will sign an agreement at the end of COP15?
I don't think they will sign. They will have a kind of a political statement.
So I'm not expecting really something really positive coming out.
I have confident and fully confident that they will go for the right before it becomes too late.
And I suppose as well, from a climate justice perspective, it's really unlikely that there would be any agreement in Copenhagen that would be acceptable for the majority of the world.
À l'intérieur du centre de conférence, c'est assez énorme, c'est assez confus. Il y a 20 000 personnes, il y a 10 000 ONG, 5 000 journalistes, beaucoup de délégations, beaucoup de réunions qui se passent en parallèle, beaucoup de textes de négociation parallèles. Il y a des textes de la présidence danoise, des textes des États insulaires, des textes du groupe africain, des textes présidents des différents groupes de négociation, donc c'est un petit peu confus en termes de processus de négociation. Ça pose un certain nombre de questions en termes d'implication des plus petits pays, des pays en développement, des pays africains. Donc c'est toujours un des points principaux qu'on rappelle, le besoin d'impliquer tous les pays, le besoin d'impliquer même les plus petits pays et surtout les pays les plus vulnérables dans ces négociations afin de s'assurer que leurs besoins sont pris en compte.
And do you think your point of view is taken into account enough?
This is taken into account. This has been well noted, okay, in many drafts. But we are in doubt at the final stage what's happening, because no commitment is coming.
Yeah.
We have raised our voice, that has been documented at least. We have been able to make the issues on the table, on the document. But it depends. Next 2 days we'll say what is happening.
Bom, é muito difícil dizer que nossa voz está sendo ouvida, né? Mas todas as imprensas que a gente tem falado, a gente espera que através dessa comunicação que nossas vozes, nossos projetos, nossos pensamentos, a voz da floresta chegam ao público e também para o nosso governante, para que seja feito algumas coisas em prol da floresta e o prol dos direitos humanos.
My opinion might not be important at Bella Center, but the opinion is very important to where I come from, and very important here in the Klima Forum, and very important for you young people. The opinion in Bella Center is unjust, unacceptable opinion.
The way it is going on here, we are a bit frustrated because so far as until today we know that there is no strong binding on climate change. Things are coming out.
At the moment, the UN negotiations are really talking about things that are completely unfair for the developing world. It's horrible how much they favour developed countries, and continuously decisions are compromised. It's really horrible, and so the world's going to probably have to change outside of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change.
Comparé aux conférences précédentes, il y a eu un nombre vraiment élevé de personnes intéressées. Ça a dépassé largement les capacités matérielles, physiques, du centre de conférence.
Resulta, acá en Bella Center nos ha acreditado esta credencial para una semana. Después, ahora desde el día lunes, esta semana nos ha desamparado, nos ha dejado en la calle. Es que decir, los señores de la patria o autoridades que han organizado no quieren escuchar realmente nuestra petición, nuestro dolor, no quieren conocer.
15 jours avant, on savait déjà très bien qu'il allait y avoir des foules. Et on laissait les gens sous la pluie. Il y avait quand même 1 kilomètre de queue en parallèle d'une ligne de métro. Là, on était bloqué par un des grillages. Et tout ce monde-là était sous la neige pendant jusqu'à 6-7 heures pour les cas un peu extrêmes.
8 hours and increasing.
Can you explain the situation?
The situation is we just came here at 7 a.m. We was just a single queue, and so we just starting to move really slow by slow. But afterwards, suddenly a lot of people come. Obviously, after between 8 and 9,000 people came. So we were just here. Well, the queue was not a queue anymore. Just became a kind of non-queue. And after that, we just step by step went into the first row. Right now we are in the first row. It's around 2 or 3 p.m. more or less, so it means that it's 8 or almost 9 hours we are here waiting. There is only 2 UN delegates who gave an explanation to us. The first time was only wait 2 hours more, it was around 12. And second one was already just a longer wait. The best advice that the police gave us was be patient, but we cannot be patient anymore. We have called, it's maybe about to snow, and that's the situation right now. We are not even sure if we're gonna get the accreditation today.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I want to join the presenter's discussion, but we cannot enter the building.
Okay.
Because guard is very strict.
Hay bastante gente han ido a la puerta a buscar acreditaciones para asistir el día de mañana, porque el día de mañana es más importante que los presidentes de los países culpados van a estar, pero ojalá seguimos, ojalá por lo menos para el día de mañana que nos deje.
Quand les chefs d'État et de gouvernement sont arrivés, le secrétariat a voulu restreindre l'accès au centre de conférence pour la société civile et l'a fait de manière assez agressive, on va dire, et a donc par exemple limité la participation des jeunes à 9 personnes dans le centre de conférence pour les 2 derniers jours. Donc ça veut dire qu'au moment où il y avait plus de décisions qui étaient prises, où il y avait plus d'enjeux politiques en fait, il n'y avait plus que 9 jeunes dans le centre de conférence, alors qu'on était 1500 à être à Copenhague.
Moi, ce qui me terrifie ici, c'est que c'est très ambivalent ces négociations. À la fois, on se sert du prétexte climatique, notamment des réfugiés, pour convoquer une négociation internationale, mais en réalité, cette négociation internationale sur le climat porte peut-être sur autre chose, quelque chose de non dit, qui est la mobilisation de nouveaux flux financiers, en partie spéculatifs.
Bangladesh's stand is that we will rebuild our country. We will not let anyone to do what they want. It's a climate business, so we cannot support the business. So we are ready to fight for that.
Today morning we burn all the badges. We said that if this is not going to help us to enter inside, then we don't need this. So we have adopted the Gandhian the way of a protest, and we burn all the badges.
So in the same sense, I think one is ready to join voices with others who think like that. But the leadership must belong to the communities. You don't control our agriculture, you don't control our forests, you don't control our fishing, you don't control our pastoralism. If we are left to themselves, we know how to deal with the climate change. Give us the leadership, you follow us. That is the statement made by this charter.
People's solutions are the solutions. Stop focusing on the negotiations, because the negotiations will not give you an answer. And this is the mistake the global north has made. They have trusted their policymakers so much.
And therefore, whoever is speaking there are imposters. They are not our people. They are not talking our language. They are not talking our issues. They don't have the right to talk for us. That's the predominant feeling of the group here.
So we just wanted to gather people here today to launch a declaration that they very quickly put together yesterday, based on experiences in India, Africa and Latin America. Those who are living the real effects of climate change and have lost their livelihoods have given testimonies about what's happening and how they've lost their livelihoods and how they wanted to see real change here in Copenhagen.
We are here gathered here in Copenhagen to negotiate the solution for the climate crisis. We, the grassroots community in the forest, women, small farmers, the resource rich in our own right, we know how to use our resources wisely, as we are the center of the global knowledge. Therefore, there is nothing that you could give us to combat the climate crisis.
Yeah. So already we started our coalition in India, and also we started coalition with the Latin America and also the African countries. And today, with that coalition, we had a one protest program, and most probably we are going to have we are now thinking of a road to Mexico, because we know that this politician is not going to help the world. So we have to prepare for Mexico.
They feel very indignant about what's happening, about the lack of respect to them, that they've travelled from so far, they've given up their things from their daily life, they've left their families behind, they came here with a strong purpose, and that was to have their voices heard and to be part of this process, and what's happened in the past few days has been a severe blow to their expectations.